Hey guys, I'm 2second Dork and this is going to be your guide to Ultimate Titan. After much requests, I am back with a new mic, new setup and absolutely ready to go, so sit back and enjoy the rest of the video. A disclaimer before we begin the guide: expect to find Titan significantly harder to progress through than the other two bosses. The jail tactic that you will see shortly is considered the hardest tactic in the entire fight and takes a significant amount of practice and coordination from all 8 raiders. But with time and practice it is absolutely doable, so let's check out the rest of the guide. First up, the landing phase. When Ifrit is killed, the first thing you will want to do as a party is split to the edges of the arena and hug the wall. Titan will then land in the centre of the arena, dealing major damage or death to anyone who is not close enough to the death wall, before casting Earthen Fury. Much like the previous fights, once Ifrit has died, he will leave behind a limit break recharge puddle. Have your caster collect this puddle upon returning to the centre of the arena, but only after Titan has dropped. Here you see the end of the Ifrit phase where we kill Ifrit and split to the edges of the arena. Titan drops into the centre of the arena and we return to the middle for healing. Earthen Fury is a raid-wide moderate damage AoE which needs to be mitigated and healed through. Next up, Titan will use a tank buster on the main tank called Mountain Buster. This will require heavy mitigation from both the tank and the healers. Titan will follow up this mechanic by casting Weight of the Land. It is highly important that your party stays as stacked together as possible during this. Start behind Titan in the centre, drop one puddle, move to the left, drop the second puddle, move to the right, back to your original position. Here you see both the party and the main tank move left, and then right back to their original position. The moment Titan has concluded both Weight of the Land casts, he will then choose a cardinal, turn, and jump towards it. The best way to determine his direction here is to keep an eye on his hitbox marker before he jumps. In this diagram he turns to face B. It's the party's job to run to the opposite cardinal to which Titan was facing. In this case that would be D. You will run to the edge of the arena and stand just inside the new yellow wall warning. Here you see Titan turn and face C before jumping. The party will then move to the opposite cardinal, A, and hug the edge of the new, smaller arena. Welcome to the hardest tactic in this encounter, Titan Jails. As this is the most complicated tactic, I will first explain it with diagrams and I then will move on to live footage. First up, before I even begin this phase, you are going to want to assign a priority system to all raiders excluding the tank. Number your party members from 1 to 7, with 1 being considered front and 7 being considered back. These numbers are highly important, so keep them in mind for this upcoming phase. As Titan lands on the opposite end of the arena, the first thing you're going to want to do is cross the arena and stand in Titan's hitbox. Titan will then prepare a knockback. Swing your camera to glance behind you to see whether the left side or the right side is missing a jail and prepare to be knocked back into that zone. This example shows you being knocked back to the left side of the arena, and this example shows you being knocked back to the right of the arena. Once the party has been knocked back together, you will then recenter yourself on the mid lane of the arena to bait an incoming landslide. Run forward and get ready for the next tactic. As you run forward, 3 players will be targeted with a jail marker. It is those players' job to dodge the first landslide, step into the second landslide and form a line of 3 jails with the back jail ready to be hit by the explosion of the remaining AoE puddle. The rest of the party is to split off to the side and avoid any landslide incoming damage. Remember our priority list from earlier? Well, this is it in action. Our summoner is 7, our healer is 4, and our monk is 2. So in voice chat you will hear 7, 4, 2 shouted out and people will line up accordingly. Now this is a very tight maneuver and you don't have a lot of time to do it, so don't be surprised if this takes quite a few attempts at practice. If placed correctly, all 3 jails should explode, freeing the members trapped inside, who are then able to rejoin the party on Titan's hitbox. With each puddle that reaches Titan, he gains 1 stack of Woken. There are 4 interconnected puddles, and with each of those, that is 4 stacks of Woken, and Titan will wake during the next tactic. So what makes this the hardest tactic, and why is it known for being such a pain? Well, the jails that target the players are completely random. The only player that you can guarantee is not going to have a jail unless something has gone wrong is the main tank. Everybody else must quickly identify that they have a jail, step out of the first landslide, and then line up accordingly along the center of the arena. You must make sure that all jails are placed accurately so that the puddles overlap, and also that the final puddle overlaps Titan's hitbox, because if that puddle doesn't reach Titan's hitbox, he will not absorb all 4 puddles and he will not wake. Personally, my recommendation would be to use voice chat. Have each member simply call their number as they realise they're going to be jailed. If you hear 457 in voice chat, you know that 4 is at the front, 5 is in the middle, and 7 is going to be towards the back. There's no surefire way of making sure this goes smoothly other than practice, practice, practice. But don't you worry too much, we'll have a look at a live video now and you can see this in action.
Right.
Find the splash damage. That's it, stack up. Shirked. Remember to run up the middle after the knockback. Perfect. Mind yourselves. Much better. Shirked. Oh, I didn't. Fuck me. Line them up. Ah, not quite. Too far forward at the back. So you've dropped your jails in a line, they've all interconnected, and you have started to wake Titan. All 4 puddles are ready to go, but what's next? Well, Titan will start by doing 8 lots of tumult. Each tumult hits for 20k damage and should be healed and mitigated through. Next up, you have Weight of the Land times 2 again. However, this one's a little bit different. You're going to stack next to Titan, you're going to drop the first puddle where you've all gathered together, and then you are going to run through Titan to drop the second lot of puddles. Once that one's dropped, Titan will wake and you will be able to run south as the rest of the AoEs around the arena will clear. Here you see Titan dealing tumult damage, and then he turns to place the first Weight of the Land. The Weight of the Land is placed, and as a group you run through Titan and south away from the second Weight of the Land. As the group then runs south away from Titan, he will cast Landslide, dodge the central landslide, and then step back into it to avoid the second round. Titan will then proceed to jump again. Identify the cardinal he's jumping to and run to the opposite side. During this phase, the arena will shrink one last time. Following on from that, Titan will target a healer and jail them. Make sure to break the healer out of the jail as soon as possible, because Titan will then follow up with a landslide. Much like every other landslide since he's woken, you will have to dodge the first hit, step into where it was to dodge the second hit. See? Healer trail. Landslide, play it safe. Next up, I will split the following tactic into two sections. We have the downtime weights and baits and the uptime weights and baits. If DPS is not a problem, I highly recommend the downtime strategy. First up, make sure your positioning is correct. Pull Titan back towards the centre of the room and position him on one of the cardinal markers that you have placed on the arena. The tank will then face him outwards and the group will stack in the centre. After a wave of Tumult AoE damage, your tank will then take a tank buster. Be sure to mitigate it appropriately. During this tank buster, have your tanks swap. After the tank buster has resolved, have your group join the current main tank in front of Titan. Once the first puddle of plumes has dropped, the party will go clockwise around the arena. However, the tank will go anti-clockwise, drawing Titan away. Something important to note about this tactic is you must not enter the middle of the arena at any time. Although I'm afraid my diagram does not show it, there are multiple AoEs going off in the centre, so you must hug the outside of the arena. Continue your journey around the arena with the tank baiting Titan away. After the third plume has dropped, Titan will cast Landslide. If done correctly, you should end up looking somewhat like this. After the first landslide has gone off, step into it to avoid the rest of them. Again, there are still berries going off at this time, so make sure you're right at the edge of the arena. Main tank, once you have finished with landslide, run back around the arena and face Titan out towards the edge, for his next move is a heavy hitting tank buster. And here we have a video of this strategy in action from the healer's point of view, but you can see the tank rejoin the group at the end of the movement. On. Going left. Go. Time buster. Plume. Plume. Plume.
Nicely done.
Next up, this is the uptime strategy. It starts the same as the other one in the fact that the tank will take a tank buster and then the group will collapse in on Titan at the edge of the arena. With Titan facing outwards, as a group together you will dodge to the right, left, right, with the final right zone being a safe point. In Titan's upcoming landslides, you will stand in the safety triangle and then you will step into the landslide to avoid being hit. As mentioned in the downtime strategy, there is then a tank buster, so make sure Titan is not facing the group and mitigate accordingly. Next up, Titan will cast plumes. You will dodge as a group with the party behind and the tank in front. You will dodge left, right, left for 3 sets of plumes. Finally, Titan will then cast Tumult with AoE damage hitting the party. Once he has finished, he will then become invulnerable and jump and hit Enrage. If you have killed Titan by this point, have your final member of the party collect Titan's puddle. For us that was the healer, but that depends on your setup. Don't forget to grab the puddle at the end. And you've reached the end of the Titan phase! Yay! Okay, hey guys, I'm gonna be real. I really appreciate all the positive comments on these guides. I know they are not the most statistically filled guides, but I really appreciate that people don't mind some sort of more of a casual point of view looking at the fights, because I really do believe anyone can do them, anyone can have a try, and I really hope they have some use. I will be doing an Ultima video, but at the moment my static is mid-Ultima, so once we have finished off suppression and got through that, I will look at making a guide of how we've done it, but that could be a couple of months away, so I highly recommend checking out Keelah's, checking out other guides. There is a strategy in the text guide I have, but I can promise you it is awful. Please don't read it. There is even a disclaimer above the Ultima section of my guide now because I realise that it is the wrong tactic. However, I might do at least an Ultima part 1 or something, and then just direct to other videos or something like that in the meantime. Anyway, if you like my content, please like, subscribe, etc. Everything is absolutely appreciated. Thank you guys so much. If you want to see any sort of runs, you can find me on Twitch at twitch.tv/2secondraids. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you next time with an Ultima guide, hopefully. Bye!